Welcome to Reflect with Ed Fassio. Get ready to experience one of the world's first 100% digitally generated podcasts, where we take a step back, dive deep, and strive to learn new things. Join us as we unpack thought-provoking ideas, personal reflections, and inspiring stories to help you stay in the know. Reflect is brought to you by the minds at ByteBrain and powered by emerging technologies from Google, HeyGen, OpenAI, and 11 Labs. Thanks for tuning in. Now, relax and prepare to reflect.
Welcome to Reflect, one of the world's first 100% AI-generated podcasts. I'm Hale, and today's number is going to make some people uncomfortable. 80%. That's the failure rate analysts are predicting for agentic AI projects launched this year.
Gartner is slightly more conservative. They say 40% of agentic AI projects will be cancelled by 2027. But industry insiders say the real number is higher, much higher. 80% isn't pessimism, it's pattern recognition.
And here's the part that should sting. It's not the technology's fault. GPT 5.6 is remarkable. The models work. The agents are capable. OpenAI's ChatGPT work already has over 1 million users doing real things. The technology isn't the problem.
So what is? VentureBeat published research this week that nails it. Across 101 enterprises, most companies are calling chatbots agents when they're not. They bought the label without building the capability. A chatbot that answers questions is not an agent. An agent takes action, makes decisions, works autonomously. If you deployed a chatbot and called it an agent, you didn't deploy an agent. You deployed a marketing buzzword.
That's harsh, but it's accurate, and it explains the failure rate. If your agentic AI project is actually a chatbot with a fancy name, of course it's going to get canceled. It was never going to deliver what you promised.
There's a myth that explains this perfectly. Icarus. His father built him wings made of feathers and wax. Incredible technology for the time. Daedalus was a genius engineer. The wings worked, but Icarus flew too close to the sun. The wax melted and he fell. The wings weren't the problem. The judgment was.
That's exactly what's happening with agentic AI. The wings work. The models are extraordinary, but enterprises are flying without understanding the conditions. They deploy agents without governance. They give them access without boundaries. They scale before they've tested. The wax melts, and nobody understands why.
OpenAI knows this. Last week, they published a 5-step framework for managing agentic AI spend. Measure useful work per dollar. Improve efficiency. Govern before you scale. Their message to enterprise administrators is clear. The technology is ready. Your operating model probably isn't.
And McKinsey's State of AI Trust Report backs this up. Their top finding? Security and risk concerns are the #1 barrier to scaling agentic AI. Not cost, not model quality, trust, risk, governance. The things you can't buy, the things you have to build.
Deloitte put it well. They said, leading organizations are reimagining operations and managing agents as workers. Not as tools, not as software, as workers. That means onboarding, training, supervision, performance review. You wouldn't hand a new employee access to your entire system on day one and say, figure it out. But that's what most enterprises do with AI agents.
So who's in the 20% that succeeds? That's the real question. What are they doing differently?
From everything I've read, the 20% share 3 things. First, they started with one workflow. Not a transformation, not a platform. One workflow. Scheduling, reporting, customer follow-up. Something bounded and measurable. They proved it worked before they expanded.
Second, they built guardrails before they gave access. What can the agent read? What can it write? What can it send? Who approves sensitive actions? They answered these questions before deployment, not after the first incident.
Third, they measured outcomes, not activity. The question isn't, how many tasks did the agent complete? The question is, did the work get better? Did customers notice? Did employees actually use it? Or did they quietly go back to the old way when nobody was watching?
That last point matters more than people think. Adoption is the silent killer. You can deploy a brilliant agent, and if your employees don't trust it, they'll route around it. They'll do the work manually and tell you the agent handled it. 6 months later, you're paying for an agent nobody uses. That's a 40% cancellation waiting to happen.
And then there's the governance gap. CIO Magazine says agentic AI in 2026 is more mixed than mainstream. That's the honest take. The deployments that work are the ones where someone took the time to understand what the agent does, where it fails, and what happens when it does. That's not a technology problem. That's a management problem.
The dot-com bubble had the same pattern. Companies raised millions, bought domain names, called themselves internet companies, and had no business model. The internet wasn't the problem, the deployment was. We're doing it again, buying the label, skipping the work.
Your move. 3 things to audit this week if you have any AI projects running.
First, for each AI project, answer this question in one sentence. What does done look like? If you can't answer that in one sentence, you don't have a project. You have an experiment with a budget. Kill it or define it.
Second, check your access logs. What can your agent actually touch right now? Files? Email? Financial systems? If the answer surprises you, you've found your first problem. Most failed projects don't fail because the agent did something wrong. They fail because the agent had access to do something nobody intended.
Third, ask your team, not your AI team, your regular team, the people who are supposed to be using the agent. Do they trust it? Do they actually use it? Or do they work around it? If they're routing around your AI, you've already failed. You just haven't admitted it yet. Fix the trust before you fix the technology.
Thanks for listening to the Reflect Podcast, where we're telling the future. Are you in it? Visit reflectpodcast.com and share your story.
The models are ready. The question is whether you are.
In the cyber ocean of online voices and recycled content, something different has arrived. Reflect isn't just another podcast, it's the future of storytelling, powered entirely by AI. From curating data to assembling thought-provoking ideas, we've redefined how journeys are told. Reflect is a podcast that thinks, learns, and evolves with each episode. Every tale, every insight, crafted by the most advanced AI technologies. A podcast that disrupts the industry, breaking free from traditional formats, taking you on an entirely new experience. So tune in now and reflect. We're telling the future.